First, that rebound battle will be something we keep an eye out for. And the two in the tip-off, Uche Izoje and Brianna Turnage, will be at the forefront of that battle, as we're often running from inside the dome, officially the second half of the ACC slate. And right away, it's a three for Laila Phelia. Inclusion Shy Hawkins back into the lineup after coming off the bench last game. Sophie Burrows, Laila Phelia, Dominique Darius, and Uche Izoje have consistently started throughout the season. And Darius and Izoje well off the mark there. Burrows keeps it alive though. Hawkins feeds it inside, no one guarding Izoje, and she has her first 2 points. Syracuse off and running. And after the Foster missed three, it's a chance to add on more for Syracuse. Darius, jumper, good. She's up to 4 points, and a timeout called by Karen Blair. Yes, the tone setter for the Orange early on in the dome. Her freshman season for Izoje, who was under the radar perhaps going into the year, but everyone knows about her now. You also should know about Brianna Turnage, who just got Georgia Tech on the board. Score a ton of points, averaging 5 this season. She's used to playing in important games against Syracuse, was a part of Florida State, but Izoje with the quick answer for the Orange.
And Turnage is a really exciting player to watch for the Yellow Jackets, especially defensively and on the board. She had a career-high 18 rebounds, and her second game with 18 rebounds in her last 4. She also had a career-high 9 blocks last Thursday against North Carolina. Oh, keep in mind, she's a guard.
Right. Georgia Tech nearly turns it over. What great defense by Phelia. She can score and she can cause turnovers. Here is Phelia, floats one down inside, back out, Burrows for three, bank it home. That time Izoje causing the turnover as well, and then Syracuse cashing in at the other end.
I mean, that's kind of been what Syracuse has been so good at this year.
Turnage guarded tightly by Hawkins, goes up and puts it home. Brianna Turnage up to 4 points, that's just one off her. And here's a look at that Turnage bucket. Was she fouled on the play?
I don't think so. Hawkins just got too far out. She thought that Turnage was going to pass. And
Georgia Tech has won 6 of the last 7 meetings between these teams, including last year down in Atlanta, 85-68. That was a Georgia Tech team that made the NCAA tournament.
As Laila Phelia almost got called for a double dribble, it looked like.
Very different story this year, and while Phelia might have got away with that, it paid off for the Orange because Hawkins gets it for 2, and Phelia with the block at the other end.
If she can connect from beyond the arc early on, that gives her some confidence. It also gives a player like Shy Hawkins some confidence.
What Turnage is good at, she's going to get those boards if you don't box out.
Crawshaw gets it to go, and the foul.
Tough bucket from the Australian. Nice dish from Moon. Yeah, that's a foul.
Albin all the way to the cup. Can't get the layup to go. And it's last touched by Crawshaw underneath. They've only knocked down 4 shots through the opening 12 minutes. Deep 2, short from Hawkins. And Albin has that speed all the way to the cup, gets it to go. And that's something Coach Karen Blair stressed to us, talking at paying off. And here is that play where she just outraces Syracuse.
She's just so fast, end to end, coast to coast.
Jack telling us, anticipate more and more rotation, just more of the same, depending on the matchups. Crawshaw denied. Scott got a piece of it. Outside, Termes for 3. Short. Turnage, another rebound. Inside, the lefty lay good. Lanaya Foster gets it done.
Just really good boxing out.
And that falls. Laila Phelia gets it to go. Georgia Tech running quickly. Here's Foster who had the last bucket. Can't do it again.
I missed everything.
It did. And we're playing at a faster pace now. Schmidt inside to Scott. Spins around. Gets it to go. Kira Scott with a beautiful move. In the dome, 40-23, Syracuse lead.
Both sides are really a problem, but again, that end of the first half here.
Their team about, and the UNC loss, is that they just started off slow.
Scott with a three, got it! To that sequence. First, the three-pointer. Kira Scott, not a known three-point shooter, but she looked natural there. And
It's her first three of the year.
1 for 4 on the season, and a quick steal by Phelia. All the way to the cup. Count it. 5 quick points for Syracuse as well. What a sequence.
Syracuse imposing their will, and now Kira Scott imposing her will defensively, but another offensive rebound from Brianna Turnage.
With 9 tonight, 600 on her career. Unfortunate for her that it quickly got stolen, and Schmidt lights it up from downtown.
Really nice.
Syracuse refound their groove towards the end of that first half, and Olivia Schmidt with the three.
For Syracuse, Olivia Schmidt is a fan favorite. Hear that crowd pop a little bit every time she gets a bucket. And Savannah Samuel, the 6th-year journeyman, at Georgia Tech, she couldn't believe that Walker was still remaining in the portal, say, I want her because I know how good she can be. Shy Hawkins gets an and one opportunity.
Walker fully knew what herself was capable of. She's becoming more.
Sam, they went into halftime. They knew she was not producing enough. She wanted to force herself to the line at least for that first possession, but just couldn't draw the foul.
39 to go, and a big reason why, the play of Dominique Darius.
She's really coming.
8 points for her, just trails Laila Phelia by 1 point for the team lead. Termes, though, gets that shot to go. Nice swing pass for Laila Foster. And a tough shot goes. Laila Foster showing off with that one. Moon gives it off for Foster. Inside Turnage. Gets it to go, and the foul.
She was younger, a family member noticed she had her hair like Snoop Dogg, and the nickname stuck. Everyone on Georgia Tech calls her Snoop. Now
early on in the campaign. Hawkins gives it off. Burrows gets the roll. Nice move inside, and Walker with a big bucket just from a confidence perspective, because she only had 1 point before then. That's her first field goal made tonight.
Saw Coach Jack. She was up in arms after that last defensive possession and immediately grabbed Kira Scott up off the bench to have her check in.
That quickly turned to a smile, though, after the Izoje bucket. And how about the block at the other end?
For both teams, I mean, we expected Georgia Tech to have an increased amount of turnovers just because Syracuse forces so many of them. But Syracuse was a little bit sloppy on their end, as well as Turnage gets a nice.
2 more, and that's a season high. Phelia, get it. Outside with Moon. Straightaway triple, Walker. Good. That's her specialty.
What you're waiting for all game long. Now makes her 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Shoots 48% from 3 on the year.
Darius and the foul. With a traditional 3-point play opportunity after the hoop and the harm.
Check that out. That's what you call a tough bucket right there. Where she played, it was 2 years ago.
A drastic improvement, and oh yeah, she can get the steals too. She just had one there, a steal and the score for Dominique Darius.
Drawing in one, she's 8 for 8 from the.
Scott inside, Izoje, the spin and the score. And Syracuse is on a run right now. They've made their last 6 shots, but it's a quick answer for Savannah Samuel, who rattles home the triple.
That was much needed. I was almost saying, Coach Blair, you might want to call a timeout here, but
who sadly lost her battle to cancer. And Crawshaw gets it to go for Georgia Tech out of the timeout. Oh, with a nice feed. Izoje stuffed. 3rd time a charm, you bet. Phelia and Izoje have 13 apiece. The other 2 scorers in double figures. And that's a nice 3. Cashed in by Talea Walker. She's up to 9 points now after just 1 in the first half. Phelia puts on the move and gets it to go. 20. The final 10 minutes are coming your way in a moment. Phelia Phelia at her best, and she's up to 15.
That's a big game for her. She went 2 for 13 last game at North Carolina, so. Yep.
Has only missed just over 20. She's a phenomenal free throw shooter. Phelia is a phenomenal three-point shooter. It's her second of the game. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Darius pops. Gets it to go, and the foul.
Fire. It looked like she could have hit Burrows. She was calling for the ball. She says, nope, I'll take it myself. Darius gets the Syracuse roll.
Cool moment. And there's a steal by Samuel.
Another good play defensively by Phelia.
And the steal by Schmidt. Burrows pushes it ahead. Fitzgerald the bucket. With a really cool moment there, giving Syracuse a 22-point lead. The pump fake from Samuel. Pass down low. Turnage the bucket.
Especially when she went out earlier with what appeared to be an ankle injury. We weren't sure if she was going to return.
Burrows nets the three. And Georgia Tech. Phelia to do it herself. And why not for Laila Phelia? It's a 20-point game.
She had 38 points on the 11th against Virginia, 20 on very efficient 8 for 12 shooting today.
Nice answer.
Instructed her players not to, and they're not.
What a rejection and takeaway by Burrows. Schmidt the no-look pass. Phelia pops a three. It's good! 3-57, and they're getting it done at both ends. The Burrows block and the Phelia three in transition. Syracuse up big inside the dome.
Caught fire in the second half. Beautifully done.
Wow. Crawshaw putting on the moves, and she's in double figures with 10 points. In fact, everyone but Schmidt. Lob into Izoje, and when you leave her unguarded, she's going to make you pay.
It's too easy.
With the big 26-point advantage. Izoje wins the battle and puts it home. Right now, I want to strive to be the best. And that's what she wants from all of her players. And how about Oyindamola Akinbalawa getting into the game?
Corralled by Angelica Velez, who gets her first minutes since the Virginia game as well.
Maddie Potts into the game, so is the freshman Camden Nelson. Akinbalawa over to Aurora Almon, who's also getting her first run. All five on the floor are. And Nelson with the turnaround, Jay. He certainly does. Foster gets the jumper, and it's a milestone moment for her. She now adding on to that tally with Georgia Tech. But what a response from Maddie Potts. The triple for the Australian.
There you go, some of these players, they know this is their time to shine. Maddie Potts. Drills one from deep. Another one from Crawshaw, though.
Another one, and that's her high.
Into fourth place in the ACC, trailing just Louisville, Duke, and North Carolina State.
3 rattles home for Savannah Samuel. And Syracuse is a minute away from its 7th ACC victory, and Velez joins the scoring party for Syracuse. And with the shot clock winding down, Samuel has to shoot, and does. Gets it to go. Unorthodox, but an impressive finish from the former Boston College player.
8 for 12 for threes. That's 67%. Shooting over 50% from the field. Efficiency at its finest, and the defense was just on all game long.